So. Ganz neues Gebiet. Mal gucken.
Aye, officer.
What? Woman in a raincoat stands on the quay, considering an overturned boat. A sword in a scabbard hangs from her hip.
Anything I can help you with?
Ah! As always, I am the lawbringer.
Are you now? There are a lot of law bringers around Martinez, but not a lot of law. I guess men with authority have their quirks. What brings you here, lawbringer?
That depends. Where are we exactly?
A fishing village on the seashore. This place doesn't really have a name. It's sometimes called Elysium.
Why?
The sign on the street leading here is illegible. Has been since they built this place.
Huh. I have questions. The first is, what's your name?
The name is Lillian. People call me Netpicker. I think I have time for questions, and that was actually the second one.
Ask her about the cool sword. Helps to break the ice. Okay. Nice sword. Does it come with a story? Unfortunately, the factory sold this one with a 3-year warranty instead of a story. Smiles at her own joke. It's to intimidate folks mostly. It is imposing. It's a regular mass-produced sword, like a shovel or an axe. Nothing fancy, just for intimidation. Why do you need intimidation tactics? From time to time, people need a lesson in respect. That's just the way it is. Back in the day, I caught the eyes of many men, and believe me, that's tittering. Men need a lesson in manners from time to time. Why don't more women arm themselves if it's so effective? What makes you think we haven't? She smiles. Ha! The truth is that almost everyone in this life is scared and tired and stupid and too dull for that. That goes for men too, but they put on an act for us. Pretend like everything's good and living in shit doesn't bother them. Like anyone falls for that. I'm a proper man, believe me. Oh. She shakes her head, smiling faintly. Believe me, everyone here is a proper man. Must be something about poverty that makes all the men real. Sounds like she'd prefer her man to be less real. Nah. Can I borrow that sword? No, I'm afraid not. Her eyes are smiling as a hand moves to the hilt, attempting to confiscate the blade I used to keep these animals in check. It would put me in an early grave. So, where are all the men now? Some went to patch their wounds, their lesson learned. Others were more thick-headed. She looks down. And one of them I ended up marrying. No. Wait, why? If they're thick-headed... Guess I enjoyed the way he bled. The expression doesn't change. It's hard to say if it's a joke. If it is, then why the melancholy? Where's your husband now? Gone? He disappeared? Sounds like a missing persons case. No. There's nothing to find. He stayed. Lost to the waves. He died. Was he murdered? Yeah, by himself, inadvertently. She continues with a frown. He never respected a say. Went out there drunk like a skunk, and sure enough, one day he didn't come back. Now before you tell me how sorry you are for my loss, know that it was 4 years ago, and I've moved on. There's only so much mourning you can do for a drunk with sinewy muscles. She really liked those muscles though. It's in the way she pronounces sinewy. It's healthy to let go and move on. Gotta keep the wheels spinning. Us working folk don't have the luxury to be bed sick with melancholy. She crossed her arms. I buried him, mourned for an appropriate amount of time, and went on. She glances at the village where 2 little kids are playing with what looks like rocks. Life didn't really change that much for me and the kids. This is neither touchy nor a very interesting topic for her. She looks like she is ready to go on a date with another, better drunk. Ask her. Both of you could need some action. Yeah. Do it. Do it. Hit on the widow. It's the right thing to do. What? Don't know a good spot yet. Explore the coast. Okay, dann warte ich erstmal damit. I'm looking for someone, maybe you can help. I see. She tilts her head ever so slightly. What are you looking for? I'm looking for missing cryptozoologists. She frowns, thinking. I don't think I know what these are. Care to elaborate? People who look for animals, mainstream scientists deny exist. Aha, she exclaims. Like snowmen? Snowmen? I haven't heard about those. 2 odd guys have been wandering around here, nose in sand, talking nonsense about snowmen and the like. Where did they go? I don't really know. Further down the peninsula, I guess. I mean, that's where they were heading. She points north. Who else are you looking for besides snowmen? A working class husband. Yeah, I'm not really looking for that anymore. Not much into the middle class ones either. She sighs. I could use some landed gentry, but apparently they don't make those anymore. Doesn't husband isn't for me. I'm looking for him for his wife. Wish I could help you with that, but I haven't seen your working class husband. Maybe I can help you with you find someone else? She seems genuinely sorry for not being able to help you. That's it. I'm not looking for anyone else right now. Well, how can I assist you then, officer? What do you do around here? Like I said, fish mostly. Sail the waves, take care of the kids, pick nets. Right now I'm tarring a little skiff. What else? I sell the fish to people in the delta to serve at their fancy restaurants. Authentic Insulidian cuisine. Is that enough to make a living? Sometimes I also walk the beach to see what the sea has given up. The sea is full of surprises. This is what is called a conversation. You don't have to be guarded right now. Walking on the beach sounds quite romantic. Oh, very, she laughs. Finding pieces of glass, bits of wood. Every once in a while we get dead bodies. Human, animal, fish. other sea creatures. A mine washed ashore once. What else? She looks at the beach. Bottles, drugs, a lot. Also, lost cargo in general, but most of the time it's just wood and glass. Very romantic. I need to know about those human bodies. Why, you're barking under the wrong tree then, officer. She shakes her head. I have no interest in floaters. Seen enough of them in my life already. A very unattractive bunch. Yeah, maybe steer clear of the things reminding her of the floater she used to be married to. Just saying. So I take it that's your skiff? Sure is. The sun I call her. Coated with a fresh layer of tar just yesterday. It'll take some time for it to dry, assuming the sunny days continue. Okay, we're seeing you. What are these doing in the fish? What? Black? Schuhe. Science Perception. Ich meine, ich mag. Ah, die sind halt besser irgendwie, ne? Aber ich finde, die sind halt cooler. Aber die passen halt besser zum Charakter. This boat is floating freely in the water, unmoored. Planks creak beneath your weight. It leads to a school of fish swimming in the kelp. Locked. Can't see into the house from this angle. Inside you hear the cozy sound of some kind of heater sputtering. Woman next to a bucket of clothes hums an odd melody. Her eyes are closed.
Welcome to the fishing village. Please lean in closer. I have cataracts.
Then how does she know you're here? If you can't see, then how do you know I was here?
I still have a golden ear. Come, come.
She beckons you to water. Okay.
Oh, welcome, police officer. We don't cause any trouble around here. And we don't want any trouble either.
We're cops. We're hellraisers. Click, click, bang, bang.
No, you're not. I've seen you around here before. 12 years ago.
What?
You didn't raise any hell. You were quite helpful, actually. But still in Martinez, you're considered an ill omen.
Well, I've been here before.
No, not you personally. I meant the RCM.
Oh.
Some of the men got into a fight. One of them killed another. Locked himself in that woodshed over there.
Points to the building behind her.
He was brooding, needed some help opening the door. You got it open for him and took him to think about what he'd done in a more secluded place, somewhere more quiet.
What kind of an ill omen are we talking about?
Oh, the usual. Dark tidings, black hound.
That's you, alright, black hound licking your own heels. I'm totally an ill omen. It's exactly what I've been telling everyone. The end is here.
You're still welcome here, as long as men with guns aren't chasing you. But maybe even then, because that's the kind of fishing village we've built. I'm sorry there's not a lot of room to park your motor carriage, and not a lot of houses, or a lot of people. My kids are long gone, searching for treasure. So are others. Ah, look at me ramble on. What brings you to us?
Tell me about yourself. Who exactly are you here? Me? No one. Just an old washer woman. Mother called me Isabel, if that's what you're asking. And my married name is Sadie. Now it's your turn, mister. My name is Raphael Ambrosius Cousteau. Your parents must have had big plans for you. She pauses, measuring you up and down. Wonder if you're measured up? Question must be prompted by your sloppy posture. Straighten your back, man. Where could someone stay around here? Stay? Most people here are trying to leave. That said, if lodgings is what you're looking for, I've got a free room in the shack. A soapy thumb points to the building behind her. How much is it? I won't charge you for it. Take it as a gesture of goodwill. From the village to the RCM. Nice. There's this guy, God, who makes me give him money every night just so I don't die out in the cold. That's exactly how they get ya. That's where we build our own cinder block houses on the seaside. So we don't have to give money to those crooks. She looks around. They might not look like much, but they're ours. Wait, why isn't anyone using the room? My kids grew up and left like they do. The house is long empty now. I live in the small side attachment. It's easier and cheaper to keep warm. Oh, one more time. I can just have the room? Hi. She nods and looks at the shack. The room is pretty bare bones, but it's got a bed and roof over it. That's more than some folks have around here. This could be the first chapter of my rags to riches memoir. Surely not the first one? She looks you over. Clever smile on her lips. So are you interested or not? You got yourself a tenant. Don't make an old woman regret opening her house to the police. He appears from under her apron. She hands it to you. Cool. What is in this fishing village? Just us. She sounds tired. It's barely a village anymore. We almost don't exist. What do you mean? This is pretty much a non-place. She grins. A gap, a blank spot on the map. Just a cluster of nameless shacks on a nameless street. There's got to be something here. Tell me. She waves her hand southwest. Over there you can find more of the same. Shacks and trees growing wild. That's the Pox. The Pox? What's that? An old military hospital and its surroundings. She looks toward the buildings to the south. Or it used to be during the time of the suzerain. After the war, it was turned into a goodwill hospital for shell-shocked veterans and folks looking for some quiet in the old sanatorium gardens. Now the area is crisscrossed with nameless streets and makeshift cinder block houses. Shacks as far as the eye can see. What happened to the hospital? The goodwill ran out. She tightens the scarf around her neck. The staff left the place. The staff left and the place was shut down. It's long gone by now. Who else lives in this village? Well, there's Lillian and her kids. A few new folks live in the house to the east. She nods her head across the courtyard. But they're away right now. And then there's the drunks, she sighs. Not a pretty sight, but there's little we can do about it. Home is home, even for them. I met Lillian already. Lillian is tough, she nods. Tougher than the men here at least. If it wasn't for her and the kids, this place wouldn't have a spark of life left. I haven't seen any drunks yet, though. Sooner or later, you'll see for yourself. She slowly shakes her head. Don't have to look long to find these guys. Is there a way to make a little money around here? Yeah, for you? She lets out a dry chortle. No, officer. The only money we have here is some coins the drunks tried hiding from their women and then forgot about. Alright, there's another topic I'd like to address. What's further down the coast? Not much. She replies and whispers and wipes her forehead. There's the abandoned church, the DeLorean Church of Humanity. It's been there since before my time even. Why is it abandoned? Some things just don't fly, officer. She smiles a gap-toothed smile and smells the air. Look around. Who'd go to church here? They built it 300 years ago. Must have been nicer then. The ecclesiasts have tried to get things going here, but things just keep happening. Crime, accidents, other things. The place never stays open. She frowns. It's a pity. It used to be such a nice church. She's not telling you all she knows. Keep her talking. I get a feeling you're leaving stuff out. What else is going on? Well, there's that music. Music from across the sea. She scoffs. It started a few days ago and now it's blasting. Even through the nights. And now suspicious looking people are sneaking around the church. I don't like that. Perhaps the mysterious music is somehow connected to the case. A Rusalka or a half-demonic Apsara singing. What else is on down coast? Before you get to the church, there's some ruins. An apartment complex or some kind of electrical plant. Run down bunch of houses, empty. Which is it then? Apartments or electrical plant? I don't know exactly. A pre-war place. It used to be something. She shrugs. Before the war, I wasn't here then. You know, was born in Samara. Anything else of note? Of note? The old fish market up on the broad walk, but it's closed. Who'd want to come to a fish market here? No one. That's why it's closed. After a long pause, she adds, it was once a bustling place back when I was young, and so was everyone else. Now what catch we do bring in goes straight into a lorry for the Delta or somewhere else. That's it. There's got to be more along the coast. But you're one of those real estate people with big plans. If you want a development opportunity, you can check out the abandoned building over at Land's End. Used to be a sloppy depot, we think. Sending goods and ammo across the bay. It's jammed shut though. We tried to get in, see if there was anything to sell or scavenge. But it's impossible. She drops a bar of soap into the bucket with a splash. And now you know everything there is to know about this coast. Goodbye.
Aye, the sea's gonna calm down soon, I can feel it. The wind is turning southeast. What's on your mind, officer?
That's my motor carriage in the sea, by the way. Oh. She looks at the pointed direction. That's good to know, I guess. Why is it in the sea? It is a sign of the carnage to come, the great calling. Quite a sign that I saw too. She frowns. The situation calls for a funeral if you ask me. You're suggesting we honor the carcass of my former motor carriage? I? Face deserved, don't you think? Falling in the line of duty like that and all. What an odd thought. Maybe I should. Why or? Our things are a part of our life world. They're made with human sweat and they share human history. We should care about them as we care about humans, to some extent at least. Alright, I'm in. But organizing a funeral takes a lot of time and effort, doesn't it? Oh yeah, she says with a chuckle. You won't even be able to get it out of the water before early June. And where are you gonna bury it? Who to invite? What music to play at the wake? Take it from someone who's been through a few funerals. It's easiest to just leave them there and let nature take care of it. It's a pity we don't get to do more frivolous side activities. I would have really liked that. I understand, believe me, I really do. She brushes back her hair. I think about all the frivolous side activities I could be doing every time I go out there with my net. But daydreaming is a rich man's game. I see you can't afford to be careless and dream. Anyway, she shakes her head. What are we talking about here again? Ja, probieren wir es mal. Ja. Oh, yes, she does. You need to get your drink on. There's no other way for human beings to procreate. Not after 6,000 years of yeast cultivation-based mating rituals. Since the dawn of mankind, Al Ghul has watched all the reprocreation of our species. Lay with me. Let's celebrate the Ghoul. Not waste a whole shipment of big words. They're theirs. She looks at you from head to toe. Man can't be plentiful, I guess. Can't get back to my nets now. She doesn't even understand you asked her out. Perhaps you're too sober to pull it off right now. Try again later. Put skill points into suggestion. Okay. Alles klar. Okay, neues Zuhause. Floorboards creak under your step. You see the waves, the sea, a church. Old science fiction magazines, books about bird watching, and almanac from 39. This intricate heat engine hums quietly, giving out pleasant warmth. Mirror. Old mirror hangs on the wall. Electrochemistry und Enzyklopädie. Okay. Street sign is illegible below the graffito. Hard to see the details, the colors all warm and welcoming, are cozy though. Flower trough where nothing really grows, maybe in spring. It's safe and warm in here, not like outside. Industrial coal pellets burn with an orange glow. What? What? Okay, nehmen wir einfach mit. Lily. Hello, mister. Young girl, barely 4 or 5 years old, sits on the sofa. She's looking at you with frank curiosity. She clutches a small stuffed animal. Occasionally she twirls it around. Are you Lillian's daughter? Yes, I am. Little Lily. She gazes at you with her big eyes. You know my mom? Yes, we met earlier. That's nice. My mom is great. She nods. She's never angry or anything. That's schön. Watch this. Show her the stuffed bird you took from the ceiling. It's a grouse, she yelps, smiling broadly. You might be able to get on God's good side if you replace the broken skewer. You almost certainly broke. Can I have it? I know someone who really likes stuffed birds. Sure, I mean, you already took it. I don't like it anyway. It looks angry. What's the thing you're holding? It's Lambie. He's my friend. Sort of like... She holds the fuzzy beast up to demonstrate. Lambie is a stuffed lamb that admittedly has seen better days. One of the eye buttons is missing and the fur is tattered in several parts. Lambie looks soft. Yes, very soft. Suddenly she pushes the stuffed animal toward your face. Press your cheek against Lambie. Oh. Isn't he soft? She's right. Lambie is very soft. She rubs the white fur across your cheek, then returns the lamb into her lap, cuddling it. Goodbye. Bye. Scruffy-haired little boy kicks a stone. He can't be more than 5 years old. The other one looks indistinguishable from him. He watches his brother kick the stone with his tongue lolling out of his mouth. You must be Lillian's twins. This one doesn't say anything, kicking the concrete with his worn-out sneaker. It is our mom, explains the other one, tongue still lolling out of his mouth. I already said that. Stonekicker laughs suddenly. His head is too large for his shoulders. The other one laughs as well. Maybe there's some kind of reason why they're laughing. An interesting reason, somehow tied to the case. What are you laughing about? Boy stops laughing and looks at his toes. Oh, okay. So now he's shy. Now he's not talking, just wobbling around like he's afraid of something. Is little Lily your sister? Yes. Yes? Yes. That's it. You're being laconic about it. Doesn't look like he knows what that means. Genauso wenig weiß ich's. You guys look identical. Stone kicking one becomes frantic all of a sudden, as if that's something to be scared of. The obvious fact that you just stated. He looks just like me, the other one says. Yeah, I said that. The boy doesn't answer. His brother throws another rock. Both of their hair is covered in some kind of dirt. The rock kicker was just being shy, but now he's enthusiastic again. Children are stupid. Ha ha! Scruffy-haired little kid laughs, as though in agreement. You're stupid, the other one tells him, suddenly very serious. Okay, how about the policeman asks you something else now? Okay. Bye, kids. Construction material whoever planned to build this house left in a hurry. Elysium. Geld. wedding stone, well worn and covered in rust. White curtains have been drawn shut, no looking in. Cinder blocks charred, a makeshift fire pit with magazines for lighting. You see dust-covered linens, dried tulips on a bed. Signs to Kingdom of Conscience. Okay. These are some wonderfully regular pants. Not too tight, not too loose, moderate in every sense. You'll blend right in at some pleasant dinner party. I like regular normal things. I know you do. These inter-isolary pants are like wearing a perfect compromise in your nether regions. Oh, no one will call a moral intern on you like this, that's for sure. You're a little more moralist now, buddy, but a little more normal, even if you didn't want to. Makes sense. This is what wearing boring office trousers does to you. Suggestion. Bushes are too thick and thorny to pass through. Sounds of life in the north. Washboard scrums filth from fabric. Through the broken glass, dusty shelves and a forgotten chair. See a dark red chair in the dim light of the room. It's only a red chair, just a red chair in an empty shack, with what looked like a dusty bow tie on the shelf. Nothing to see here, right? Cold breeze is enough to make the wall planks creak.
Aye, the sea's gonna calm down soon, I can feel it.
Hold in your hand the colorful primer. The title reads a primer for small kids. There's a bear involved. Exactly what I need. This book will show you the score. Get you oriented with those basic concepts you appear to be hazy on. The anthropomorphic bear will give you the lowdown of your life. On what? The alphabet. Flip through the pages. Every page is one word designated one letter of the alphabet. Designating. With a faded illustration, most of them are scientific and cultural principles. It goes as follows. Let's do this. A is for azimuth, B is for Boreas, C is for cosine, D is for diamet, E is for ellipsis, F is for phlogiston, G is for gamut. H is for homeboy, I is for eacon. J is for Jura, K is for collapse, L is for laudanum, M is for myriad, N is for nadir, O is for aureole, P is for perihelion. Yeah! Q is for quasar, R is for rhododendron, S is for sinus, T is for tricolor, U is for ultra, V is for vector, W is for Wahrheit. But X is for xylophone, Y is for Istara, Z is for zenith. There's it. There's it. You know the alphabet now. Yeah. Where were the T500? Remember that weakness you were looking for in the ceramic armor? Like, maybe it can only stop small, fast projectiles, but a large, slow-moving pry bar would shatter it. Or if I run an electrical current through it, maybe it will melt. Or personal favorite, frequency something something radio weapon. None of that would work. You need to shoot the part of the enemy that doesn't have fair weather T500 on it. Because the armor itself is invulnerable. Good news is, so are the armor pieces on you. Plus 2 hand-eye coordination against enemies in FT500 armor. Okay. Und somit haben wir alle Felder voll. Rust-eaten letters read Mazut. Rear tire of a motor carriage adorns these reeds. Relax, it's not yours. You didn't crash every MC in Revachol. Hopefully. Looking back at you from the rust-colored water. You. A kick drum pulls. The music is coming from somewhere on the ice. A school of fish huddle around the fence post, then scatter into the dark. Full of holes. Could the posts hide treasure? Look inside. Where? Okay. But oh. Feel a shadow of a very large building fall on you. Sign reads Sandbrunn 1147. Dusty pews in the shadows, many seem to be missing. An altar shrouded in dark, or something like that. It's too dark to tell. Too dark? Dead phone, smashed receiver, like someone hung up too hard. Someone must have worked hard to smash the plastic dome. Coin-operated weighing machine hasn't been used for a decade. Vagrants have recently painted the top red, water drips from it. Das macht natürlich Sinn. Whose idiotic idea were square and beige plastic frames anyway? Beige is a color that does not look good on anyone. Not to mention that seeing the world through these exceedingly thick lenses feels almost nauseating. Das ist natürlich cool. +2 Enzyklopädie. Einfach weil wir schlauer aussehen. Und uns schlauer fühlen. Aber -4 Perception, weil wir durch die Gläser kaum was sehen. Empathie, Logik. Ich glaube, ich bleib bei denen. -4 Perception ist halt schon heftig. Yeah. Makeshift roof. Vagrants have tried to make the boardwalk habitable. Someone has left an unidentifiable article of clothing on this railing. It smells really bad. Take a closer look. It's streaked with dried seagull shit and tangled with pieces of seaweed. A dangling arm suggests that there might be a jacket beneath the crust of filth. Okay. Buzz, hum, the electricity flows through the wires with audible power. As you hold it in your hands, it makes an uncomfortable crunching sound. Man, how did this jacket get so disgusting? It's a sordid and filthy tale, not for the weak. Are you sure you can stomach it? Some secrets are better left uncovered, not even try seriously. Think about it. It occurs to you that you're not even holding the jacket itself, but rather the thick crust of jetsam and seagull shit that enscones it. It smells like a dead sea creature tangled in grey strands of seaweed. It must have spent quite some time in the water before the tide deposited it ashore. Okay, but what's the crust made of? Somehow it was carried or dragged to the boardwalk. If not by human hands, then perhaps the feral dogs that prowl the beaches at night. Okay, that's pretty disgusting. I've had enough. Why? Why did you think about it? Look at your hands. They're covered in muck. Maybe if I wipe my hands on my pants? What? No! Then it'll just be on your pants. This is a disaster. You'll never get the smell out. Why did I fondle the shit jacket again? There's no why. Let's just put it away then. Okay. Big wine canister, it's open and empty. Moonshine probably smells like tasty fermentation. Trash can, there's some tear, an empty cigarette package and a crumpled kebab wrapper in the trash bin. Examine cigarette. Whoever tossed it here was a heavy smoker. The brand name reads Red Astra. Examine the tear, keine Ahnung. 2 empty bottles of Tulula vodka and a can of black potent porter is all you find. Now there's more in there. Livers, strawberry liquor, plus some Pilsner bottles too. Better not pick them up, they seem unhygienic. Kebab wrapper. The traces of mayonnaise and ketchup on it, as well as a tomato wedge. The wrapper reads Shish kebab revachol. Mayonnaise und Ketchup? Was? Hard to concentrate on the smell. The air brings some relief. Smell, it's awful and familiar. What is it? Then she recognized it, that hideous pungency, that faintly cloying sweetness. Only death smells like that. Something cold wakes in the pit of your stomach. Fear. God damn it! Sense of dread washes over you as you look ahead. Working class corpse. Ah! Man lies on a broad walk, his limbs bent and neck turned at an unnatural angle. Right next to him is an empty bottle of spirits. In his cramped hand, a chewing gum wrapper. Half of his body has slipped between the cracked boardwalk, starting with the left leg. The fall has left him broken, contorted like a sad puppet. Smell is not as bad as a 2-week-old corpse, but it's definitely heading there. Another dead body, this is your job, steal yourself. Calm now, carefully. Just another day, just another dead body. Breathe. Study man's clothes. He's wearing mud-caked boots, beige trousers, and an old brown leather jacket with a bright blue lining. There are traces of kebab sauce on his chest. Leather jacket suits him well, must be custom made. Search his pockets. You find some sunflower seeds and a rain-soaked library card folded into 2. This jacket feels sodden and heavy under your hand. Study the man. The man has fallen through a crack in the boardwalk and hit his head against the metal bench. Coagulated blood causes black hair. One of his feet is still tangling through the hole. Examine his face. His expression is dull like the sea behind him. Drops of water shining on his mustache. His eyes, empty and white, look frightening in their frozen gaze. He was confused when he died. Confused and alone, most likely. Overcome with the awful surprise of it all. He was just about to head home. The first step back home proved to be his last. Study the surroundings. There's some dried blood on the metal bench, right where the corpse's head rests. The floorboards are rotten and slippery, wet around the hole. An empty bottle lies nearby, a chewing gum wrapper is clutched in his fist. Very, very careful where you step here. Examine the man's head. Dried chunk of blood covers the hair at the back of his head. An open wound. It's sticky and cold to your touch. This is where he came out of himself. I don't know. Drop by drop when he was unconscious. It took 3, maybe 4 minutes. Step on the... examine the bottle. 3/4 liter Tulula vodka with its cap missing. There's hardly anything left inside. Examining the chewing gum wrapper. Rubowski spearmint chewing gum. Green leaves on the cover. The man's mouth is half agape from the terror of the fall. Look in. Blackness of death, stench. You think you see white chewing gum too. Confirmed, nearly the whole pack is there, solidified on his lower rear teeth. Step on the floorboards. They screech under your feet, ominously. It's hard to say whether the dead man's weight was what caused the boardwalk to break. It definitely looks fragile. You see waves churning below, something cracks beneath your feet. What should I do with the body? Dead body with Kim. First you need to talk with the lieutenant, then report back to the station. This is too complicated to handle on your own. Da haben wir ihren Mann endlich gefunden. Coin-operated view has been out of order for years. Stop messing with the coin view and hold on to something. The wind is so strong. Okay, müssen wir warten, bis Kim wieder da ist. Metal payphone on a yellow plastic dome. You could use it to call someone unless you're out of change. Machine is operable. Dial a random number. Oh! Das war laut. This feels wrong. Should I be doing this? Someone picks up. Pierre? Is it you, Pierre? Voice is female. Oh. And sounds about 100 years old. Yes, it's me, Pierre. So nice of you to find the time to call me. It gets so lonely, even the animals have died. That's not good. Are you sure you're Pierre? Your voice is different. There... Chrysanthemum? The voice is round and white noise. Sounds like waves washing a beach, growing in volume until the core suddenly disconnects. Again, seriously? The masculine voice picks up. Hello, Gerard speaking. Gerard, what a douche name. Change it. Change your name. What are you, like 5? Woman's voice shouts something in the background, and when Gerard speaks again, his voice is hushed. Thanks for calling, asshole. Stop calling me, man. Someone picks up. The voice on the other end is slightly hysterical. I'll get you your money, alright? I just need till tonight. Let me work. Yes, but a slight change of plans. I want this delivered to the Whirling and Rags in Martinez. Tithis, buy up. The young man realizes something. Hey, you're not Tithis. Screw you and don't ever call here again. You're fucking with some serious people. I'm tired. The man answers fast his time. His voice is hoarse from cigarettes. He hears typing in the background. Sounds like he hasn't talked to anyone in quite a while. What are you tired of? Writing. I hate writing so much, but I have to get back to it. Man disappears with a sigh. You do not hear the customary disconnect tone, just silence in the handset. The machine is still waiting for you to dial a number. Lucky you, the call went too fast for the payphone to register. You can still make a new one without paying. Yeah. You close your eyes and put your index finger on the rotary dial and pull down on the number. And move one up and repeat the motion twice. Strange, this is not how you started before. Keep dialing. 414447, the rotary dial feels cold from the sea air. Keep dialing. 1117 361. Fingers keep moving like a spider every time the ring rotates back with a little ring of metal like a bell tolling. There's more? Yes, 511. 451 67451. You're going deeper now into some unknown place, far away from this island of matter and its telecommunication networks. Finish it. 451. You've dialed God knows how many numbers. The headset has been waiting silently to relay a signal. Surely nothing can come of this, you think, but it does. A connection. An ultra-long distance call. Your ear fills with a crackle. The wash of a strange ocean full of white noise. A little bird starts ringing in there. Not like the local calling tone before. No, a small ring in a cage of distortion. Far away. A distant network of phones. Calling. Calling in the night. The saddest sound in the world. Calling still. The handset starts slipping from your sweaty palm. Your breathing is heavy. Let it call more. Then the ocean breaks. Out of the depth, a woman's voice emerges. Small, the dearest thing you've ever heard.
Hello?
She sounds sleepy. Your voice is so beautiful.
No. It's you, isn't it? It's you.
I want to die.
What?
Takes a second for her to realize what you said. I want to live with you.
Oh no. Is that you?
Who is this?
Dora. Who is this? The connection is bad.
Dora, the name feels like a gift. Gift that was meant for you. To make it possible to live. In the distorted distance, you hear someone turning next to her. Bed springs rattle. Don't react. Whatever you do, don't react to that last thing. Doesn't matter if you react or not. Still think you hear a man's voice in the background. It's covered in pain and white noise. Hello?
Who is this?
I'm a revolutionary servant of humanity. I will free mankind and abolish the classes. I will raise the dead.
You're not a revolutionary, Harry. You're drunk.
I'm not drunk or high. I'm just hurt. Why does it hurt to talk to you?
Oh, God.
Hey,
Do you know what time it is? It's so late here. It's 4 o'clock, Harry. I need to wake up in 2 hours.
I want to talk about me. Who am I? You sound like you know me.
What do you want to talk about that we haven't talked about already?
This bed, you feel your right hand on the hands that cramping up with pain. You wanna party?
No. I want to go to sleep.
Oh. My heart hurts. I'm gonna have a heart attack.
Oh no. Please stop. Please, let's just hang up.
Where are you? You sound like you're in another world.
I'm in a rover, sleeping,
Where are you going in 2 hours?
to work.
Where?
The academy, where I work.
My job is sad and terrible. It has dead bodies in it. I am the law. I'm a detective. I'm doing a case. There's a hanged man. Can you help me solve it? I need to solve it. They won't take me back if I don't.
Harry.
Disconnect tone. Was? Looks like she does not want to pick it up, Harry. Stop scaring her. Why? Come on, you know why. Ja, beim nächsten Mal gucken wir uns weiter hier ein bisschen um. Gibt anscheinend noch ziemlich viel. Wir sind da, Kirche. Und was weiß ich, was noch. Und ja. Gucken wir mal.